have a very special Between the Pawn. This is my 3-year anniversary since opening up St. Louis Park Gold and Silver. And I couldn't have done it without a great sponsor like Bong Water Beverage Company. Bong Water is a THC-infused drink designed to hit you fast. Tastes great. It's in Minnesota, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Texas, Wisconsin. Parts of Texas and Wisconsin. Check out bongwaterbeveragecompany.com. Find out if they're coming to your state soon. Again, they endorse me. They sponsor me. They've treated me really well. I absolutely love their product, and I consume this every day. It makes my life a lot easier. Check out Bong Water Beverage Company's website, and with that, let's celebrate 3 years. All right, if you want to come on over here, bring me your Morgans and anything else you want me to look at. Do you have any key dates you know of off the top of your head?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Is that the...
those are like just, the better ones. I'll look through them.
I saw a CC on this one.
There we go. That's what I'm asking about.
Oh.
That matters.
Okay.
Boy, you do have a lot.
It's 43 total.
Okay. Oh, peace dollars. These are generally dogs. These are not desired by collectors. This coin had what is known as a soft strike.
Okay.
The design was too complex for the die.
Okay.
And as a result, there's no good examples. I can't grade these because it's so hard to grade them. When you grade a coin, you look at the details, what's going on, the scratches, how well is the coin designed, and with the peace dollar, it's such a bad strike. They're really hard to grade.
Can you melt those?
Well, don't melt them. They're better than melt,
okay.
But 35 is a good date on those. Yeah. I'll make a noise when I see something. So when they made this coin, the first year I was checking, the eagle anatomically has 7 tail feathers, or 9. They only have odd numbers of tail feathers, not even. And somehow when they made this coin in 1878, somebody didn't get the memo, and they struck them with 8 tail feathers. And then they immediately corrected it. But there's some out there that have 8 tail feathers, and that makes it more. This has 7. But you got to look for if you see an 1870, you got to look for the 8 tail feather. That makes it more valuable. They have what's known as 8/7. They use the same dies, and they try to chip away that 8th and make it a 7th, and you can tell the difference.
Okay.
So right there, you guys, you got to count those either 7 or 8. 8/7. Are we missing anything?
Nope.
All good? Okay.
Yep.
So first question here is it legit? Let's look and see. Is it glued? Nope. Nope, that was legit. Second test does it weigh right? Yes, it does. That's legit. That's the only thing here that excited me. There's a few other kind of better dates, but okay, this one's $100. These other ones, they all kind of vary. So it's approximately 30-ish% over melt value.
Okay.
All right, so that ended up being a 1 hour and some change deal. I shut the camera off because there was just too much. He kept whipping out coins. That deal ended up being almost $7,000. To be very honest with you guys, I went out with a friend today for lunch, and we had lunch for 3 hours. And I'm kind of drunk right now, so not anymore. When I walked back in here, I started filming. I was yeah. That was a good deal on 6,800. I bet we're gonna make $2,000 on that. He sold me one of those Carsons. He was gonna keep it, and he's like, "Nah, just kidding. I'll let it go." $100 is worth 2. It's kind of beat up, so I just threw out a price. But that was one of those people. I read the room, and I was like, "I think this guy's gonna fight me on the price. I can just throw it out and see what happens." And yeah, so worked out well. Good deal. So all this stuff, I'm basically not selling it anymore because it's not terribly expensive, and like I have so much product, like I absolutely have to just dump this stuff instead of trying to get the maximum dollar amount item by item because I'm kind of coming apart. So this is all going to the picker. I've been saving all this stuff. It's stuff I picked out from remote deals, people walking in. I just have been throwing it in a bag, and I got 1,600 into this box. And I don't have that much into this box. I got like probably 400 or 500. So, all right, let's see how he pays me. So all those sets, we came up with 2000, what is it, 2010? 2011, I got 2050 into it, but again, we're doing business here and I just want to get rid of it, so I don't care. Okay, now the good stuff. Okay, so we got 9 here, 9, yeah, that's fine.
Newy.
Oh, cool.
Got an ounce of silver each.
Okay, Franklin Delaware, oh, cool. What do you want?
Bit over melt, like
26 per?
All right.
These are cool. These is so hard to sell these. How much you want on them?
I mean, melt.
Okay, then if it's melt, I'll do melt. That's fine.
Postal.
Oh.
Commemorative.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I actually just melted. I had the whole set. I just melted it down. I'll take this one though because it's toned.
That silver's got the big dong dollar.
Dong dollar.
Big fat dong on that guy.
Oh boy, that's quite a presentation piece. Look at the size of that dong. You aren't kidding.
$10.
Is it clad?
Yeah.
Okay. Clad cock. You got it.
Bad cock, indeed. Overpackaged buffalo nickels, one of each year.
Boomer. 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 How much?
Probably $32.
Okay.
All right, this is 2 clad crowns in
Okay.
there. Fancy
Price.
ship set, $8.
Deal. $5.
All right.
40% silver. It's got some nice toning. Okay, so I lost $49 doing that trade, but the stuff that I'm buying from him, actually, that was a pretty smart move. I mean, I would have liked to have made money, but I'm not losing money on this. I'm actually making quite a bit. So I'm losing on that, but I'll do well on this stuff, and it's less stuff for me to sell. It's less work for me. It's a great trade or a great thing to do here. So don't we love that, gang? Okay. Somebody who won one of my books at my whatnot auction, I was selling signed copies of Wolf in the Jungle. At $10, they're trying to cancel because they said I overpaid. Ouch. I rejected it. If you win something, I'm holding you to it. If you want to cancel, you better have a f***ing goddamn good reason. Overpaid for your book is not it. I gave him $1 billion on top and I wrote, if you're reading, no cost is too high. And I wrote, Nazis, thanks for following. And if you guys want to get my books, check them out because they're great. Read a book, it'll make you less dumb. Counteract all your extra chromosomes. Oh, this drives me crazy. Okay, here's somebody else. Their order was placed on Wednesday. It's Sunday. It is March 3rd. It is 70 degrees outside. This is the warmest winter we've ever had in Minnesota, literally ever. I want to be outside. I want to frolic in the sun. That ain't happening. I'm in here shipping. You guys, I am not Amazon. Holy I will get to it when I get to it, but like just know that like I did hire somebody else, but they're part-time and we have so many orders going out, like it is really unreasonable to get pissed at me because 3 days later I haven't shipped it. Okay, I gotta do all this. I gotta do all this myself. I'm not going anywhere until the sun's down. So cut me some slack, please. Or don't. I know you're anti-Semitic if you're not a know it. What do you have for me today?
So actually, this is a little different. This is something I was looking to get graded.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
So,
I told you I would. Yep. Because I have seen these before. It's definitely worth grading. Yeah, we'll. Oh wait, I'll still do it for you, but you might actually. I might have just spotted a flaw. So you see that spot right there? That looks like a damaged spot. Carbon spot. See right there?
yep.
The little black spot.
Yep.
I'm still happy to do it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But that actually might come back damaged.
What causes that?
Could have been somehow, some way, something splashed on it, like acid once upon a time. It doesn't look like toning. It looks like the metal's being eaten away from the center. Would you pay?
$80.
That's fair. Yeah, it's up to you. I'd be interested to see what they say sending it in.
If you are willing to,
Okay.
that would be amazing.
All right, we will send this in for you. So remember, guys, store your coins properly. Don't keep them around moisture. Keep them in a Ziploc bag, or better yet, vacuum pack them. It kind of sucks to do that because you can't appreciate the coins, but at least it won't get damaged because this coin that he gave me, it's got some carbon spots on it, I think, and I think this is going to come back with environmental damage on circular details, but we'll find out. It's just not going to happen anytime soon because they take a long time to grade coins. Once again, you guys, I want to thank our episode sponsor, Bong Water Beverage Company. We are celebrating 3 years. This is a very special video. I can't believe it's been 3 years, seriously. Once again, you guys, Bong Water Beverage Company. Check them out, bongwaterbeveragecompany.com. Minnesota, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Texas, Wisconsin. THC infused drink. They sponsor like every video that we do, or close to it. And I can't recommend this product enough. Must be 21 years of age or older to consume. And with that, you guys, I am actually going to change my shirt because it's still a little cold in here. So it is, it's been 3 years. I kind of can't believe that it's been 3 years. This has been a wild 3 years. So I was thinking to myself, okay, I want to write a book about everything that's happened about my life, becoming Pawn Man, because you guys know I've written 4 books. I want to write one about this crazy tale. I still haven't given up on my other dreams and ambitions of like where I came from, my origin story of being an entertainer in film, in screenwriting, in writing, and that kind of thing. And you know, this kind of became this weird compromise that ended up defining my life and my success, but it's not where I want to be for my entire life. I eventually want to move out of this and make movies and go back to my original love, but you know, for now I would like to write more books and I'd like to tell this story, but I was thinking to myself, okay, So, having written so many screenplays and studied it and devoted so much time to it, I'd write the book kind of like a 3-act movie. What are the acts? Act 1 is being down and out, failing, randomly falling into this industry, apprenticing with someone else, and all the crazy shit that happened to make me leave and open up this store, and just the adventure of coming here and breaking off and going off my own. Act 2 would be opening the store, building this business up, building up my persona, and then culminating with the World War II book and how I handled all that, stepping out of that. Third part, I was thinking to myself, okay, there needs to be one more shebang to, kind of tie the whole story home and, just have something else that's ridiculous that happened. And it happened. Kind of like right as I thought, like, I kind of wish something. Yeah, be careful what you, well, not wish for, but yeah, I definitely got it now. So I'm gonna start penning. I'm not gonna give you guys a date of like when I think this book is gonna be out, because I haven't written a single word yet. I've just been thinking in my head, but I do want to write something, and I think I'm gonna start some point soon writing it. I'd like to address, I've gotten a lot of comments on my negativity lately, and I mean, hey, look, I'll just say I'm only human, and I work a really intense schedule. It's starting to wear on me. And I think just in having reflection on opening this business and, having this be my 3-year anniversary, because I was asking myself, like, what would I do different? Or like, how would I do things differently? And I found myself, instead of looking at the past, looking at the future and what can I do differently, what I've noticed is it's like this when I started. Started like this, just one idea. That idea quickly took off and it became like this. And then it took off like this and it got bigger. But I find myself not occupying this space, rather stay in the same circle. And the circle gets bigger. And it continues to get bigger, but instead of occupying more of the circle and mastering it and using it to expand, God, it really looks like a boob now. I find myself doing this, where I'm running around in the circle and the circle continues to get bigger. All that's happening, it's the same dot, it's just I have to travel more distance to occupy that, and that's not how you do this. That's not how you expand this. And I need to start doing something better. I need to improve my technique and how I'm running this business and how I'm operating, and obviously I'm doing something wrong. And borrowing more money is not the answer, and selling off equity to somebody is not the answer. There's a way to do this better, and I don't know what that is yet, but I'm trying to figure it out. So my first thought is, and this is kind of, it's not an announcement, it's just a thought, I might toy with being closed on Mondays. And the reason being, it doesn't do me any good to be open 6 days a week when I am, it's such a goddamn grind. So I have to adjust my technique somehow, and that's something I'm going to do this third going into the fourth here, is deal with that and try to figure out a better strategy, because what I've been doing, it's not working, but it's not working efficiently. So my mental health though has been, I'm kind of rambling here, my mental health has been really bad lately just because of stress, and I'm being overworked and there's crazy going on. I got a lid on stuff this week. One of the things we're just going to skip because it's being handled. The thing that happened this week that really made me, this young disabled kid came in here. He came in with his dad. The kid was like 7, and he had a really rare form of autism. And it was, his dad's like, do you know what you do for my son? And it was really, really sweet. It helped. It was an incredible reinforcement to know that I'm helping somebody like that who's struggling, and it validates why I'm here. And that's a really good feeling. And it gave me focus again, and it made me, it reminded me, like, why the am I here? Why am I doing this? Why am I making content? Because I've been getting so goddamn negative lately. And part of it is, like, I just can't help myself. I'm so stressed out. I'm so overworked. But you guys don't want to hear that. That doesn't help anybody, being negative and being all boo-hoo. I've dealt with all kinds of stuff in the last 3 years, and every single time I have a challenge, I overcome it. I win with bells on. I don't just win. I tap dance win with bells on. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get through all the that I'm going through right now. I know I'm gonna win. In fact, I'm very, just that kid coming in here and the interaction I had with him was something I really needed. And it reminded me why I'm here. I'm gonna try to not be so negative and doom and gloom and get back to positivity. Other announcements, I don't have too much. Lady Liberty Bullion, the Cassie Chadwick, he's flying right through them. We've sold about half of them now. The next batch is out, so Cassie is done. I'll be putting it up on my website. By the time you guys are seeing it, it should be out. I'm gonna do a few of them on Whatnot. I will say, these ones were not as successful as the other 2 criminals have done. I think part of that has to do with the fact that Cassie's not as well known as DB Cooper or H.H. Holmes. I might do a poll for one of them. I might do a crowdsourcing thing pick. I kind of want to pick these myself. I am going to try and even it out between men and women. Because the simple fact is, most of the famous criminals in the world are men, not women, but that's neither here nor there. The next criminal is actually a crime. It's an event. It's a thing that happened. It's not 9/11. It's not 9/11. Yeah, so the next crime will be coming soon within the next month. All right, once again, you guys also please post your questions in the comment section below. If you're watching on Facebook, watch me on YouTube, please. I don't get paid on Facebook. And yes, I know I've been kind of weepy and cry lately when my brain has been going through a lot too. I did hella drugs this weekend and it... Let's get into these questions. We have quite a lot today. Coming from No Handles Required says, do you think DB Cooper made it away with the loot? I don't think any more of those serial numbers ever came up again. Only that one pile that people think was put there on purpose. Yeah, I do think he survived. They would have found his body. Given the exhaustive manhunt and the resources they put in and the fact that it's been years and years and years and years and the area where he jumped has been scoured through and through and they never found a trace of his body, I do think he survived. In any event though, we will find out one way or another in the next 5 years. I'm pretty sure with DNA technology. Also, you guys, quick update. The person with the DB Cooper notes, they're being flaky. Hope they're not pulling my leg, but when I get them, trust me, you will know. Question. Taco truck with a dancing taco. Soft shell. Bean cash. Hot day. Start walking away. Taco truck driver says, better eat that. Gonna go bad within 2 or 3 hours, you say. I like my tacos aged 2 to 3 years. Tickle Monster Gal. I kind of want to do a fake true crime thing for Tickle Monster Gal, but Tickle Monster Gal says, and this is a great question also. They're all great questions. Please don't stop. How long does it take you to make one pawn man between the pawn? Before I had an editor who has now been working for me for 3 years, actually. Right when I opened the store was when I found him. It was through the political scam artist I found him. Only good thing that crazy asshole did for me was give me my editor. And also, I'll give him a plug. I think he's taking other jobs because I know this doesn't take him all of his time. I know it takes him a lot, but he's great. Obviously, if you like what you see here, it's all him. I don't do any editing. When it was just me, if you guys go back, I believe episode 18 or 19 of Pawn Man was me editing. And obviously you can see the difference when I hired somebody professional because I'm not a good editor. And holy did that take me time. An episode of Pawn Man took me a solid 48 hours between filming and editing. Now, 6-ish hours, about a work day, because I got the camera and I gotta dick around and I gotta do this and that. What I'm not accounting for is the TikToks too, because that's a different product. That's not YouTube, that's something else entirely. That takes me an hour a day, at least. And there's a lot going on, but all the social media content together is eating up about one of my work days every week. Maybe a little bit more, I don't know, it's kind of hard to measure. Case in point, here, I worked all day here today and I forgot my memory card today, and I had to go run back tonight. It's 9:12 right now. Bummer, it's not 9/11. I had to go run back I got done at 8:30 and I had to go run back to my apartment and grab my memory card and come back here. And yeah, so that's part of the time. Okay, moving on. Next question. Thanks for the question. Coming in from Mean One says, great video, brothers. So can you give us an update about renting out the side vacancy? Any progress on negotiating the rent so you can move? Ain't happening. You know what? I don't give a the landlord's watching. Okay, so here's what's going on. He wants an insane amount of money. When I moved in here, I tried to move in there, not here. I don't want this space, I wanted that space. He wanted $5,000 a month. He's had a vacant spot for 7 years. Even if he rents it tomorrow, he will never recoup the amount of money that he has lost by keeping that space vacant for his insane price that he wants. I tried to negotiate with him. I came up to, what did I offer him? I think I came up to 33 or 34, which is going rate for square footage for what he wants. And he was like, no, we're way too far apart. So I was like, all right, well, you want to bleed money, man, that's on you. So I like when I think anyway, unless he comes to his senses, I don't think he will. I'm gonna move out of here when this lease is up, and I'm gonna find a different space somewhere in the same city, because like I'm St. Louis Park, gold and silver. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense if I moved to Edina or Wayzata or something. Okay, next question. Hi Evan, great content as always. I have a question. Do you think gold is too expensive, or is it a worthwhile investment? In the last year, I kept switching to buying silver as everyone keeps saying it is undervalued. Thanks. Can't wait for the next video. One, I said it before, I'll say it again. I don't give investing advice. I offer opinions where to put your money, but I don't sell guarantees. I don't sell investing advice. I offer ideas what you can do with your money, what I do with my money, but it's not investing advice. Once I hear the I word, I correct people. I say, okay, you gotta drop that word, check it at the door. We'll go from there, but drop the I word. This past week, we've seen gold rise quite a bit. It's at an all-time high right now. Told ya, here's what doesn't work for silver. It's an industrial metal, and it's going to be price resistant to exploding. Anybody that tells you silver is going to be over $100 an ounce has no f***ing idea what they're talking about. They do not understand economics. They're dumb. Gold could hit 3,000 in the next year. That's realistic. Silver, no. And if that happens, silver will drop because its industrial purposes will be stripped away. It's just too expensive at that point. Like with palladium and platinum. Platinum got too expensive. They ditched it for palladium. Look what happened to platinum. So I think it's silver under 35, I think is a buy. Silver over 40, it's starting to get expensive, in my opinion. Gold under 2,500, I still think is a buy. Gold over 3,000, stop and wait. Platinum over 1,500, buy. Over 2,000, stop and wait. Next question coming in says, and I did answer this. I'm gonna just answer it again in case we cut this out of the video. Out of everyone you sell to, how often do you come across a Karen? The ones that dictate do as a seller and wind up acting crazy? Not very often, and I simply just don't tolerate it. You know, if you're gonna act like that, then next, I am too busy. I'm not gonna bend over backwards to your business. I used to. I don't anymore. All right, next question. What's something you bought recently that was worth more than you thought? That weird looking doll from the con artist in the last video, that's worth about $100 at least. I kinda thought so, but I checked it out and yeah, that was a good buy. Usually it's stuff that comes from the con artist. It's like, what's this shit? And then later on, okay, next question coming in from Zachary Goddett 2467. What's the most valuable coin you've ever held in your hands, even if you didn't end up owning it? Somebody had a $20,000 shipwreck coin when I worked somewhere else, and I don't remember what it was. I remember it was gold, and they wanted 20 grand. Yeah, we were like, no. That's the most expensive coin I've held in my hands. Most expensive coins I've seen. I have been to the Smithsonian's numismatic gallery, where they have some of the rarest coins on earth. I've seen multi-million-dollar items. I would strongly recommend checking it out, guys, if you're in DC. Next question coming in from Greg Gunderson. Sure. Greg says, do you ever see yourself having more time to focus on your art, maybe even making money doing it? I like your Heisenberg. My paint, yes, I'd like to in the future. I'd like to paint more. I'd like to draw more. I'd like to write more books. The fact is, it takes me a lot of time. That Heisenberg, conservatively, that Heisenberg took over 100 hours. That is so much time, and like I gotta value my time appropriately. So I would like to, but I gotta figure out a way to do it constructively, and I don't know. Last question coming in from As in Hawkrock says, let's go! Love your stuff. Here's a question I'm not sure if it's been asked. This is an interesting question. If you were to create a whole different YouTube channel about anything else, what would you have covered? What would it be? Lifestyle, hobbies, you name it. Thanks, brother. I would cover global politics, world politics, US politics, news items, but I will never do that because it would destroy my audience here. It would, I don't want you guys to know some of my opinions on stuff because like, you might disagree with me, and I'm not on here to disagree with you about politics. I'm on here to teach you about gold and silver and make you laugh and entertain you along the way too. And like sometimes I get like a little here and there sometimes, but so, okay. Well, that'll about do it, you guys, for this Between the Pond. That'll do it for this 3-year anniversary celebration. Once again, thank you, Bong Water Beverage Company. We're working with them for about a year now. So thank you, Bong Water, for a great year, a great product. Check out bongwaterbeveragecompany.com. Minnesota, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Texas, Wisconsin. If you guys want to help me, look, if you guys don't want to become a patron, you don't want to just hand me money. If you watch this channel a lot, I mean, it would make a big difference to me. This channel literally costs me more money than I make. Get my books. It helps me a ton. Write reviews about them, even if you don't like them. Write reviews. The more reviews I get, the more Amazon promotes the book, good or bad. So follow me on Whatnot. If you don't have it, get it with my promo code, which is literally half of my whole business. Follow me on social media at PawnMan. We have another great year of great in store. And again, you guys, I'm gonna focus on my mental health and be more positive, and just remember that going forward into the 4th year. Every year continues to get more interesting here. This channel continues to get better. My audience continues to get better. My life continues to get better, although the stress continues to mount. Great things coming next year, you guys. Thank you for this incredible journey. It's only just getting started. Later, guys.